Alright, hi everybody, it's Cole's Farm, North Carolina. It's April 16th, Easter Sunday. It's currently 77 degrees outside, about 1:30 p.m. This is going to be week number 3's inspection. So we're going to check for supersedral cells, check for swarm cells, check each frame of course to see how the bees are looking. Last week I believe we had about 4 good frames of bees, so this week I'm anticipating some more and possibly be adding a second deep to expand the brood chamber in order to capitalize on the nectar flow that is currently underway and should be ending about June 15th. My mentor, Dave P, is going to show up here in a few minutes, and once he gets here, we'll start week 3's comprehensive inspection.
There you go, now you got smoke. And if it were me,
Yeah,
that's about all I would give them.
Yeah, I usually just smoke the front a little,
I get one little pop and that's it, that's all I'll do.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing I've been struggling
on
with.
your test, they're going to ask you things like which direction should you face your hive.
Okay.
And it's south, southeasterly.
Okay.
And during the winter, what would you do to get it ready? And you would reduce your entrance.
Okay.
You know, stuff like that.
So
they sucked it up, yeah.
Yeah, that's dry.
Yeah.
Which ain't a bad thing.
No. Okay. So let's see what we got.
That's that. We can
Take that off. We got plenty of small hive beetle traps.
They have been building the propolis because that the first week that wasn't.
You're all the way over to here.
That wasn't stuck at all.
This frame's not completely drawed out. It looks like this one. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. How many have you got filled up, would you say?
Last week I believe 4.
4.
Maybe 4 solid ones and like maybe 1 that was.
Okay, well that one's drawn out. I can see
just
the edges.
Just from the top. Okay.
That one is.
So
and it looks like this side of this one is.
Okay.
So you're going to need to add this other one probably.
Okay.
When you get to 70%,
yeah,
you need to go ahead and
7/10.
Yeah. Go ahead and add it.
These were courtesy of Floyd. Okay, so I've just been going from
Yep, starting on the
right,
outside.
just right to left, and
yeah, absolutely.
And last week when I was putting everything back together.
Now, just curious, what did Floyd charge you?
150. Yeah. Last week, I got discouraged because I moved all the way through, couldn't find the queen, but you know there was good signs of everything, and I wasn't trying to sweat it. Yeah. And then sure enough, she and a whole bunch of bees were back.
Oh, they do. There's no rhyme or reason. That looks like mostly nectar.
Yeah, I don't spend too much time on the outside.
Well, sometimes the queen will be there.
I've noticed that there's not too much going on.
There's a little bit of nectar and there's a little spit the cap honey.
So when you set them down, you set them down like this?
Well, you got that empty box, so just stand them in it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, just set them right in there.
That's a good point.
And that's the only one you really need to even take out.
Yeah, because that gives you enough room.
Slide the other one. But that one looks like it's empty as well.
Yeah.
Check this one to see. It's just a bad.
The beetles are more round.
Yeah, they look black. Okay, what's on that?
A whole lot of that.
Slipper. Okay,
right.
Got a few. All right. To me, what I would do then, I would take it and just set it right down here. Ease it along so you don't mash the ones on the bottom.
Right.
And let those little corners hit.
Okay.
And there you go. Now you just slide them over.
Okay.
That's me.
Yeah, that's what I did notice last time. Having 2 frames out.
Yeah.
Gave me
Oh yeah, it gives them
way
more
room to move stuff around. So this looks the same as last week, but this looks like, yeah, they built a little out.
And that's probably drone cones. See the size of the cells?
Yeah.
It's larger. And that,
that's
some people say, oh, that's the start of a queen cell. It looks like a drone pop to me.
Okay.
It doesn't look like anything.
Something just weird. Keep your eye on
this one just a second to see what we got in there. I don't see no eggs.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
And there's nothing in that little pot either.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see anything like that last week, so that's new.
That's new. All this is probably new.
Some of this was here, but that was definitely that was new. Let's take that down.
Once they start building weird,
yeah,
they won't go back.
Okay.
But, yeah,
So is this
that's-
like a good start for them to start drawing this out?
Well,
or-
you would hope it would be prettier, but
Yeah, it's kind of an odd
yeah.
pattern, huh? Okay. So 1, 2, 3. So this is 4.
Yeah, that's got brown, cast brood and honey, I can see.
Pretty. That's got way too.
Yeah, that's your honey.
Yeah, it's got the honeycombs and then pollen, right?
Yeah,
That
that little yellow is the pollen.
Okay.
Yeah, right in here, that's all pollen.
What do you make of the brood pattern?
Well, the
inside?
brood looks okay. It's got some holes in it, and I
Mhm.
don't know what that's from.
Yeah.
I would call it right this minute spotty.
Yeah.
But let's go in and look get more
the rest,
deeper.
the
You
rest
know?
of it. Yeah.
Let's see. You see that looks to me as spotty. But
Yeah, that was something I noticed last week since moving the nuke over to this 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
I was kind of hoping it'd be a little more uniform pattern.
well,
You know, with
see,
everything.
it could have been earlier that they were in there. Like, those cells are being cleaned out.
Mhm.
And the reason I say that, they're shiny. When you look down in them, they're polished. You can get the sun to shine in them.
Yeah,
They're-
the edges are real clean.
Well, down in the bottom is shiny. It's
Okay.
polished. So
You think they hatched?
they've
and
got it
that's just,
cleaned out, ready for her to get back in.
Okay.
So you got larvae in there. You got egg.
I've had a hard time spotting the eggs. I've used
Okay,
the
once we-
technique with the sun behind your back.
Once I get to where I can see a bunch of them, I'm
Okay.
gonna point some out to you.
Either don't know
I've
what
got young larvae. Okay. Right in here, that's that white in there.
Mhm.
That is with young larvae.
Right.
See, there's the white,
Right.
and down in there is white. That's your young larvae. And trying to find one that just hatched. But all that looks good. There's one full of pollen. She's loaded down.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Honey,
Coming in.
honey,
Yeah.
pollen, the yellow pollen around.
Okay.
And this is like their pantry. This
Yeah.
is where their brood is.
Mhm.
So they feed the brood, they take pollen, and the worker bees convert that into bee bread
Okay.
for that larva.
So they
So
come
this
over
way
here
they
and-
come over here and get it and go back and feed.
Okay.
The adult bees use the honey for fuel.
Okay.
They don't feed that to the young babies.
Okay.
They feed them the pollen. That gives them their protein. And honey gives the adult bee its carbohydrates, like us eating potatoes,
Mhm. Yeah.
to give us our energy. Yeah. A little spotty, but we'll see what else.
That was 4. 5.
You're in a good spot here. They got plenty of woods right over there.
Yeah.
I googled you on the map.
Okay. Yeah, it's all farmland around here.
Yeah, it's all woods back in there. Woods over that tower all the way back. They'll go in those woods and go crazy.
Yeah, they just mowed down all these lots that are available.
Yeah.
They used to have a lot of. They probably mowed down a lot of blackberry vines. So those are the
Okay, these are
cells.
drones.
Yeah. the
Yeah,
ones
all
that-
right, now let's do a test here.
If it was ropey or anything. Or,
Let me check it for microphone.
okay.
So here's later check.
So there should be more.
Yeah.
I was gonna put the checkerboard on today or tomorrow. And then forward on Thursday.
You right there? Baby's still alive. That's okay.
Well, it's inevitable, I guess.
It is,
You're gonna have
but,
them
You
regardless.
know, we opened 3 and found 1.
Yeah.
When you start finding 4 or 5 mites per
Per-
cell,
Yeah. That's when you gotta.
Right.
Yeah.
um, let's see what we can find. these two right there have got eggs that are 2 days old. Those two right there, you need to get the sun.
Still standing up, or?
They're cocked over towards the bottom. So
Oh,
down
okay.
for you.
Yep. Okay.
And I would say
Just
they're
like
2 days old.
just like the textbook and
Yep. If they were straight up and down,
yeah.
that's 1 day. 2 days is over. The third day is laying, and
Okay.
it'll hatch out and play long.
So up, over, and all the way over.
Yeah.
1,
And
2,
that gives
3.
you an idea
Yeah.
of how long it's been.
Okay. I was not. I was kind of looking like this,
Yeah.
thinking they would like really pop, but you have. I mean, I guess you really have to get it.
I've got a flashlight in the truck that
Yeah.
I use for some people, but I
Yeah,
figured you had younger eyes than me.
Not too bad. But you have to get it just right.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get it. Yeah. See, there's one. Go on, go on, go on. There's one right in here. These are fresh. So yeah, she's recently been here. She may be wandering around.
Yeah.
Good protein if you want. But no, you've got a
looking-
queen.
still looking
See,
good?
some people dig and dig and dig until
Yeah.
they want to see the queen. But for me, I just really saw her. She was here within 24 hours.
Yeah, and
There's
that's
an
what.
egg. There's an egg. There's a new egg in that cell right there.
Yep. Sure enough. Yeah, you definitely have to do
Yeah,
the
you-
angle. Right.
Well, once your eye gets used to what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's true.
You know-
if you know what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah. Once you know what your eye knows what it's looking for, you'll start spotting them. The
That's a good sign.
the hive tool that's got the bend on the other end of it,
Uh-huh.
that works real good as a leverage for moving those frames apart. Let's see her on that side. See her doing her tail wag?
Yeah,
Well,
I just saw one over that way doing
we
it.
just
Yeah,
checked.
yep.
Off and jump. Usually the queen is moving.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed from watching some of the videos.
You can look for
like you really.
there she is right there.
Oh, okay. Oh, she actually kind of clears a path.
Yes, and she's moving. See, you
Yeah.
can look for somebody plowing through. She's
Okay.
a pretty Italian queen.
That's the first time I've seen her actually
Yeah.
moving this actively.
Yeah.
Last time I looked at it, so she's in the corner. And it's interesting when
Now
she started
all right,
moving.
see how she's
Yeah, on
we
top.
need to help her because she's heavy, and if she were to fall off and fly, she'd never come back to this high.
Oh, okay. So it might actually.
You could lose her. But all that brood pattern looks sort of spotty. But
Yeah, that's what I.
you know,
It's kind of what I was.
Floyd would tell you that it's because he's raised hygienic queens, and they go out, and if there's a mite in the cell, they tear that cell out and kill
Oh,
the
they
mite.
actually try to keep it.
Yeah, some people actually. This is all nectar.
Yeah.
This is yellow pollen. So this is their pantry, which is
Okay.
next to that brood. See, that's their
Yeah,
brood area
that
in the
makes-
middle.
That makes sense. I guess.
Yeah, and this is probably all nectar and a little bit of pollen.
They'll just jump over this front.
Yeah, they
end,
just
or-
walk over and grab some of those.
All right. So she was right in the middle this time.
That's usually where they. She's usually on that in that hot brood area.
Yeah, that was my concern last week when I found her in the corner. But then again, she
You
may
never know.
have been in the middle and
Yeah,
just
you never know.
started moving over once I started messing with everything. So again, this is all nectar and I'll see some pollen.
That's that nectar. A lot of times on the outside they'll pack honey like that.
Okay.
And nectar.
Pollen. Yeah.
See, the bottoms of these are not shiny. Once they start cleaning it out for her to lay, you look in there and it'll glisten, and it almost looks like an egg laying in there.
Okay.
It's got a real shine to it.
So when you're looking for that, are you typically looking in the center of the frame?
Well,
or the foundation? Because they took the line.
that's usually the brood.
Right.
This dark area,
Yeah.
that dark area is what's been used for brood,
Mm-hmm.
and this has been honey, honey,
Okay.
and honey. But the dark is that's older brood.
Okay.
And when the bee hatches out, they go through the pupa stage, it leaves a little residue in there. I haven't seen any small hive beetles at all. I don't know how many's in your trap, but I haven't seen any in
Well, the one trap's more full than the other, but it's been looking like that since I picked it up from Floyd.
Let me check some. Well, that's all nectar. None of that comes out the way. That's the same thing. You could move that frame there, because that would give her more readily available
Just slide
to
this over.
lay in.
Okay.
But let's look at that next one and just see. And let's look at that one and see what it is. You can hear their hum pick
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of like telling you to hurry up.
Yeah.
Well, we got some brood on this one.
They do. So we're going to move that back in more to the center.
Okay.
See how fast they're all moving around?
Yeah.
You're not really doing this well.
So you want to swap and look at it.
We could put it back in there. It's got a lot of nectar, and if they don't want it there, they'll just move it again.
Okay.
So maybe put it.
Or where this one is? Because I think this was.
Did this one have nectar on it? Can't remember. Yeah, it did. Yeah, leave it. Let's put this one there. Let's put the brood closer to the center.
Okay.
Because that's typically the way.
Yeah.
Visualize the slice of the basketball. You know,
Yeah.
the brood is.
More in the center.
Yeah. That's going to be honey and nectar, just about, guaranteed. That's all honey. See, that's capped.
Yeah. That's what the supers will look
Yeah.
like eventually.
Yeah, that's what you hope for.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's all food, huh? I don't see any brood or anything.
That's all nectar, capped honey. And what I try to do when I turn it, just in case the queen is on here, I try to just give it, that gives her more support,
Okay. So
just doing the flip.
turn it over.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all.
What you could do is
So these two are pretty much empty. I mean,
But
it's got
this one
on there.
here.
Okay.
What we're going to do is make them go ahead and work this one. And what you also can do is take that one and we'll put right in here.
Okay.
So, yeah, let me see how to and I'll show you.
Push them over that way.
Yeah, we'll go over. See, that one's drawn out, there's nothing in it. So the queen can go right on there and start laying.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Gives her more room to
Yep,
lay.
absolutely. then
Spacing wise, how do we? You just want to give it a little off of the
Yeah.
sidebar there?
You want your space in the middle to be its 3/8" bee space, and you'll have a little difference on the outside.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was getting all the
Yep.
sidebars touching.
Yeah. See, this
And
one's got some build up in there.
Yeah.
They probably won't cut, but you've got it. You know,
Okay.
you're good there.
Shall I add the other heat, or you
It
think
won't hurt.
Another week, or
Well, it won't hurt to do it now. If you
Yeah.
want to.
I guess it gives enough space to start.
Absolutely, because they'll tend to work up. They don't really need any food. See, they've got plenty of honey and nectar here, right?
Right.
So, I mean, you could feed them if you want to. They'll quit taking the feed when the nectar flow kicks in, when the gallberry starts.
Okay.
And let's see what you call.
I think those are gallberries right there. It is. Yeah. We have a whole bunch up towards the lawn. Well, that's something Floyd was saying
They
too.
love gallberries.
With everything that's starting to bloom.
But see, they haven't quite opened up. They're not far off.
That's some blackberries up this
Oh
way,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's
But it takes
flowers.
zillions. But see
Yeah,
this stuff
yeah.
right here, all this gallberry, they love it.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying back in these woods,
So
they're,
those flowers.
oh shit, yeah, they'll go crazy down there. They
Okay.
love it. So go ahead. Our temperatures now at night are not going to be cold.
Yeah.
You know, they're fine. You don't have to worry about them breaking a cluster and freezing or nothing like that. I would go ahead and put it on them.
Okay.
And
That's what I've been-
let them be working up to it.
That's what I've been anticipating over the last 2 weeks. Adding the other deep
Yeah.
and just building the brood chamber.
I would do that, and
Okay.
then sometimes you can give it a little shake like that and catch it back. But I should have kept it going, but we didn't need it.
Spraying the frames, a good idea. Just with some.
You can if you got it handy.
Yeah, I guess.
I used to, but I don't anymore. I just stick it on. But, yeah.
All right.
It certainly won't hurt to do it.
Yeah.
They'll get them up in it quicker.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll
Yeah.
add the heat to that and spray some
Yeah.
on and-
Because you pretty well, they've got 60 to 70% drawn out
Yeah.
of your frames.
Okay.
Now, the queen's not laid in all of it, but it won't be long. You know, she's going to start cranking eggs. I don't know what all those spotty holes are, but we put a new frame in there. Go along.
That's something to keep an eye on too. If
Well-
you start playing in it.
Which one did we just sticky on?
The new one? Yeah, that's something I've been meaning to do too, is bring them
This
in
one, I
with
think.
me.
If I'm not mistaken, it's this one. Just use it as a table. But before you do that, I would. If you can get it there, yep, that's it, isn't it? I believe so. You don't want to roll that thing in your face. You want to look at this one? That one. Next time and see.
Okay.
What I do is I write me a note. What's the date then?
16th. All right, I'm back. It's 2:44. Mr. Dave P just left after spending about 30 minutes with me. Good mentorship this week. He said things are looking well. The queen's brood pattern is kind of suspect because it's spotty, but we're going to see how things look next week when he comes back out. A few things that we covered. He taught me how to actually spot an egg, and despite what I read and have watched online, it really depends on the right angle when you're looking into that cell. And you definitely have to have the sun to your back, but you also have to have the frame, you know, kind of at the right angle to where you can really see the egg. So we saw some eggs that were laid in the last 24 hours because they were standing upright. We saw some eggs that had just canted over, so they're about 2 days old. And we saw some eggs that are completely line over, which are 3 days old. We also checked, we saw some good larvae. We picked a few brood cells open to check the mite count. We opened 3 cells and found 1 capped brood larva that actually had a varroa mite on it, you know, which is something we learned at the short course and with the reading and the videos that I've watched. So the mites are here, which isn't, you know, anything out of the norm. That's expected. My course of action 4 varroa mites. Basically tomorrow morning I'm going to insert the checkerboard after spraying it down with some PAM. I'm going to let 3 days go by, so all Monday, all Tuesday, and all Wednesday. And then Thursday, probably around lunchtime, I'm going to pull the board out, count the mites, do a calculation, and figure out if I'm within the threshold for one deep brood box. So what I'm going to do now is, Dave said things are looking well. We can expand the brood chamber. So I have my second deep out here with 10 frames of foundation, or actually just wax foundation. I'm going to spray them down with 1-to-1 sugar water that I made this morning to, well, it should aid in drawing them out. And then in a week's time, with everything that's about to bloom between the gallberries and the blackberries, the nectar flow should be ramped up and they should draw out this second brood chamber rather quickly, which is what I'm curious about. Oh yeah, this was a good tip that Dave had. He has just a 3x5 note card, and when you're working one beehive, it's not that complicated, I guess, or that hard to remember. But if you have several, this is a pretty good tip. So he dated it, saw the queen, spotty brood, had some honey stored, and then we marked 2 frames that we're going to come back and check out next week just to see how they're looking, because we moved them from their original location to a new location, which is closer to the center where the queen lies, or where the queen's lying. Look at these pretty brand new frames. They are not going to look that way too much longer. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. We just got done. Just got done adding the second brood chamber. Sprayed each of the frames down with some 1-to-1 sugar water, which should attract the bees to start drawing out the comb. And then, you know, once the comb's drawn out, the queen should start expanding the brood chamber. Everything looks pretty good. Didn't see any small hive beetles today. Found a few varroa just by uncapping some capped brood and looking at the larvae. Out of the 3, mentioned it earlier, but out of the 3 larvae we uncapped, we found 1 varroa on 1 larva. So not too bad. I'm going to insert the checkerboard tomorrow, pull it on Thursday morning, and I'll have that as a part of week number 4's inspection video. So thanks for watching. This is Cole's Farm, coming to you from Jacksonville, North Carolina on this beautiful Easter day, 2017. See you next week. Bye.